Hello everyone, welcome back to Saturdays with Grace. We have Grace here, ready to catch up her booster bricks. We have January's booster bricks here. We have February's booster bricks over here. February was rough for us. We had so much snow that the booster bricks didn't get here till March. But we're going to get all caught up and then we can go back to doing science experiments.
The booster brick.
So
I think this is it.
this is our book. Here's January's booster bricks. Alright. We have
Cave Child.
our Premier Challenge.
Is this back in the caveman time?
Did you say dinosaur? It looks like it. Our Blindfold Challenge. Oh, maybe blindfold? Sorry, you don't have to. Our Minifig Challenge. Our Micro Build Challenge. And our special piece. Oh, we've had this special piece before.
Mommy, I'm blindfolded.
Let's stick that down. Stop that.
Now I have to pin it
Put it somewhere.
here.
We're gonna start with our spotlight piece of the month, which is Wave Rounded with Base Rim. That's the technical description. What does it look like to you?
It's a flame for the torch with a flame.
Okay. We used that, I think, in the Olympics one, didn't we? Put it over here, please.
No, we didn't get in the Olympics.
This was released in 2008. It is featured in 230 different Lego sets. It has 5 color variations. Notable sets it's featured in is the Fire Temple, the Boulder Blaster, and the Orc Forge. And look, what's on the back of your bookmark?
Dinosaur.
Very
We're trying
cool.
to light.
Okay, so then we will read our book now. Oh, she likes them in order.
Microwave. So Premier Challenge. Or this. 1 second. Let's turn the page.
The Premier Challenge, and then the Spotlight.
And then
Alright.
a fire.
Now then, we have the flat piece that Grace likes to build on.
Bye bye.
We have our Grace, and we have our story. Are we ready to begin?
Yes.
Alright, remember, if you like our micro build challenges, you give us a like, you give us a share.
Not our micro build challenges.
Oh, our booster brick challenges. Give us a like and a share. Grace is trying to get to 1,000 followers. That's her goal. And we are all the way up to 16. Yay for us. So,
Nothing crazy.
are we ready? Beans and Boo are 2 cave children living in the rocky caves of Legolia. The 2 are always going on adventures together, dreaming about becoming heroes like their parents.
1 second, Mama. I want to show them that.
The cover?
Yeah.
Oh.
The 2 kids.
Okay, that's Beans and Boo. They dream of becoming heroes like their parents. Whether it be chasing each other through the woods, building forts, or climbing trees, they always find a way to have fun. Beans wants to be like his father, bravely hunting for food and taking care of his family. Boo wishes to be like her mother, a strong, comforting woman who raised her to be independent and alert at all times. All right, so Minifig Challenge. You can build either Beans or Boo.
Is that where there's like 2 things?
No, there's only one, so you're going to build only one of the children.
Like two like things. Wait, where's the hair? Where's hair?
Maybe there's not hair. There's a cap. There's a
Oh,
body.
I think
All right.
whoever you build, they're wearing an adventure hat.
Okay, so you build one of the
Bye-bye.
children, and then you decide if it's Beans or Boo.
Bye-bye. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm going to keep reading while you do that. One of their favorite things to do is discover cave markings left by their ancestors. There are so many stories told through drawings. The 2 children daydream about drawing their own stories of bravery on the walls someday too. Goodness. One evening, while exploring the caves, Beans has an idea. He picks up a nearby rock and says to Boo, "I draw." Boo looks at the fire and urges Beans to hurry. The cave is dark and the flame on their torch is burning low. They need to head out soon or they won't find their way out of the cave. You have your cave person? Okay.
Yay.
Well, now it is time for your blindfold challenge.
Yep.
You
Where's my brave?
are going to create a stick figure person of yourself on the cave wall.
What?
You're going to create a stick figure person. Here's the cave wall.
Of yourself?
Yeah, draw yourself on the cave wall. Okay, there's a nice round head for you.
Okay. Done. With that.
Oh, there's more than a head. All right. I'm going to keep reading.
It matches.
Yeah,
Kind of.
keep going. You, Boo shouts. Beans nods. Further down the wall, they see images depicting cavemen fighting an animal with a long neck. Boo shudders in fear. Ever since they were little, they had heard stories of the long-necked beasts in distant forests. It is a dangerous creature, and according to the stories, it can eat an entire person whole.
Like swallow him whole?
Apparently. Since
Yeah.
the fire is almost out and the two cave
I'm not
children start to feel the rumble of hunger in their stomachs, they make their way out of the cave. When they arrive home, they are shocked to find that their entire food supply has been stolen by a herd of wild beasts. There should have been enough to last until the adult men returned from the hunt, but they might not be back for a few days. It had been a particularly cold winter, and there had not been much food to harvest from the trees or ground. They need to find something to hold them over, especially for the very young of their families. Determined to show their true bravery, the two children head out in search of food. An older woman reminds them of the long-necked beast, and they proceed with caution. After walking through the forest for miles, they finally come upon a tree riddled with color. Boo spots a red clump of berries sticking out of the tree. "Fruit!" she exclaimed. Okay, so micro build. Are you ready? Oh, look at you. What a cute little stick figure you are.
Oh, 1 second. I need another one of these. I'm a person.
Okay. Now,
Ta-da! You can actually see my shadow.
with this, we'd like you to build a clump of berries that you found on a tree.
Berries.
A clump of berries.
Berries?
Yes.
Berries.
Build yourself a clump of berries that you found on a tree.
Yeah, I already found some berries.
Yeah, you found some berries. Oh, here's some
Found
more.
some berries.
All right, what are you going to put them on? What kind of a stem do they have?
Oh, I don't know.
All right, well, start building. Look in here and see what you can find for a branch and a stem and things like that, okay? Oh, that's 2 pieces. Oh, that's 2 pieces too. Look at that.
Yeah,
They're
there's some.
sticking themselves together. All right.
No, they got like mixed up and tossed and turned and stuck up,
All right.
and they got stuck together. Okay, make a platform. It's a tree. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe some sturdiness or roots or something.
Bye bye.
That's not gonna work. Those are Legos, you silly girl. Alright.
Bye bye.
As they turn around, picking all of the fruit off the stems, they fill their bags. They each take a few bites and satisfy their hunger. Yum! They imagine how happy everyone will be to taste the delicious food. As they turn around to head back to their cave, all of a sudden, Beans stops in his tracks and puts his hands to his ears. The ground begins to rumble, and a loud noise erupts from the forest around them.
No, that's not what it sounds like. It sounds like.
Whoops. Sorry about your tree there.
Mama, it sounds like this.
There you go. I think you need some more branches for that.
No. Mommy, don't worry about my berries.
Beans and Boo turn to each other frightened. Beast? They asked simultaneously. Could it be the beast from the cave walls? The one they had been warned about?
No.
Loud pounding from beyond the trees continues to move toward them.
Fake.
The sound of branches snapping shakes them to their core.
It's fake.
In a panic, Beans and Boo start running out of the forest.
It's
The
fake.
footsteps get closer behind them.
It's
Thump!
fake.
Thump! Thump! I don't
It's
think
fake.
so. Here, get your berries done.
It's fake.
You are silly.
It's definitely fake.
What if it's not?
It is. There's no such thing as beasts.
Are you sure? There's a whole book called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. You just put a berry on the ground.
I put 1,000 berries on the ground.
I wish you wouldn't do it.
They all fell to death in the void. What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to finish this trip because it's time for your next challenge.
What? It's gone now.
That's
It
right.
left me. I found it. Out. Yep. Found the other one.
Alright, come put your berries
Be
on.
right back. Yeah. I'm up here.
Oops.
Mama, when you said 1,000 followers, you meant 1,000 subscribers.
Okay, 1,000
It's not
subscribers.
Instagram.
Ugh.
Mommy, stop adding branches.
Well, we got all these berries.
Fine. Multiple bushes.
Here, just put that back on up here. Oh,
Mommy.
now you lost another one down there. We'll just get these on and we'll call it good. Because it is time for you to build.
See, that's why I want multiple bushes.
Okay.
It's just
So we had the idea of the
like-
tree, and it was going to be totally awesome.
But whenever I tried to put a berry onto a long branch, the whole branch just broke off.
Okay, we can work on it later. We can make the bottom more sturdy and things like that. But right now, I'd like you to please build
Okay.
the dinosaur that is chasing them.
Dinosaur? Yeah, this is definitely caveman.
There is a dinosaur chasing them. Please build us a dinosaur.
Eyes. The dinosaur has orange eyes
Oh, that's scary.
because he's evil.
What color are his legs? Different color? Yeah. And a big old tail, I'm sure.
Yay! 1 second, I need something long. How long is this? Okay. He has feet.
2 or 4?
Tiny little feet.
Alright. Keep building.
Mama, he's
It
a
is-
velociraptor.
Oh.
He has 2 feet.
Oh, I see. So he's going to be pretty tall, huh?
No, velociraptors are small and short.
So it means is the arms, the velocipart, right? They're all they've got those sharp, spiky arms
Yeah,
that come out.
like this.
And some really super sharp teeth somewhere in there.
I'm so crazy.
All right.
I just broke my own invention.
The 2 children hide behind a boulder to catch their breaths. Beans turns around for a second to look at the beast. Hungry, he says, shakily pointing to the dinosaur. Boo musters up enough courage to turn around and look at it too. To their shock, it looks thin and malnourished.
I knew it. It's a velociraptor.
It is panting from the run and looks like it hasn't eaten in days. The kids look at each other and they both know exactly what the other is thinking. They are the perfect snack for this hungry dinosaur. Beans spots an entrance to a nearby cave and the 2 kids dash inside, but the dinosaur is close behind. Deep in the cave, the dinosaur seems to be tracking them by their scent. Terrified of being eaten, Boo gets an idea that she thinks might be able to save them. She gathers some sticks and rocks and remembers what her mother taught her to do in the cold winters. Oh, that is a very cool dinosaur.
Eyes on top of its head.
He is totally after them in that cave. That's an awesome dinosaur. Alright, now using your spotlight piece.
I never noticed this. They gave us a diamond.
And up to 15
other pieces for my collection.
Yep, where's the kid you built? Oh, over there. We'd like you to please build a torch. Yes. Build a torch with your other pieces, and this will be the fire. Okay? You can't just hold fire. You gotta build a torch.
Ooh, yay. Yay, I found wood.
Beans stands up and waves the torch at the dinosaur. He begins running toward him, screaming. Except his legs just fell off.
Her legs, it's food.
Okay. The dinosaur jumps. Frightened by the dangerous fire, it runs out of the cave. They are relieved to have finally scared off the creature. Still far away from home, Beans and Boo take turns standing guard at the cave, hoping that the dinosaur doesn't come back. When the sun comes up, they take their bags of fruit and head home.
Mommy, help me get it on. I can't.
Which?
It's.
What are you trying to get on?
No,
Is that the torch? I don't think that'll go in the hand.
Oh, yeah.
You
Right.
need
I
a-
forgot about that way.
There you go.
Okay. Put her legs in her hat. And she has been holding a diamond in her pocket.
Okay.
And she just took it out.
So, they spend the night in the cave, and when the sun comes up, they take their bags of fruit and head for home. After walking a few minutes, they hear a rustle behind them. They hear a rustle behind them. It is the same snapping from before. The dinosaur had followed them. Running faster, the dinosaur keeps up. Are we going to die? Boo thinks to herself. Finally, they reach their home caves. It appears their fathers had just returned with the food they hunted. Everyone is happy to see the kids alive. They had been worried when they heard the distant roars, but before they can welcome them back, Beans screams, "Beast!" and points behind them. The dinosaur chases them right into the cave. Beans' father guards the group and holds up a spear in defense. The dinosaur walks straight over to them, and they are afraid he is going to attack. Just as they imagine the end for themselves, the dinosaur grabs one of the bags of food and gobbles all the fruit inside. After devouring the entire bag's worth of fruit, it retreats from the cave. Everyone lets out a sigh of relief, for it turned out they weren't the only ones suffering from the lack of plants.
Be right back.
This was a friendly herbivore, and it was only chasing them for their food.
Oh yeah, cause herbivores like berries.
They eat plants. Don't go anywhere. We're almost done.
I'm trying to get a thing for our maze.
Okay, but
An
a pencil? Come over here. I have one over here.
No, an expo marker.
After devouring the entire... Okay. It was only chasing them for their food. Their parents thank them for their bravery as they all enjoy a delicious meal together. The next day, Beans and Boo proudly depict themselves on the walls of their own cave, showing the long-necked beast eating fruit, not humans. Until next time, keep building. Grace is getting something for us to do this really cool maze that might be the inside of the cave they were in. And we're going to finish our story now. And we want to thank you for joining us. Please join us again very soon when we do our February
Can we keep
Lego bricks.
so I can do this maze?
Thank you all, and you guys have a good weekend.